Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. I don't know when the last time was I posted something on here. I just looked at it and then literally just forgot. But on this podcast we talk about queer and LGBTQ plus topics, overall, and gender and sexuality, and I've been kind of consuming a lot of content lately, so I kind of wanted to just kind of talk about some of the people I've come across. Some are new to me, some I've mentioned before. So I just wanted to make a correction. In a previous episode, I was talking about Taco Tarantino and her details that she kind of was talking about, like her funny story times and things like that. I just wanted to update that, I was watching more of her content and was able to verify she identifies as lesbian and female. I wasn't sure, because there was, just because of a couple of ways that she had commented on something, it made it sound like maybe she identifies with he, him pronouns, but I think I was wrong, maybe assuming that, because she has been, like, the other episodes when I was listening, it confirmed that she identifies as she. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. Sometimes I don't know, like, usually if I don't know, I'll say they. Sometimes it's not clear, like, not everybody talks about their gender and sexual, identifying information in every single thing that they post. And sometimes I'm not gonna go, like, way back and watch or listen to, like, every single thing. Time is limited. There's only so much I'm gonna come across. So yeah, I wasn't sure, especially because I hadn't caught up with the content, and I thought I had heard before something about a conversation about, like, gender related and pronoun related topics, but again, I'm thinking that was, like, years ago, and I don't really think she mentioned that. It may have been somebody else that I was confusing. So yeah, I think most of the time in the episodes that I talked about Taco Tarantino, I was saying they, just because I wasn't sure, and I probably said she a couple times in there too. But yeah, just putting that out there, because, like, I like, it's hard to really know, but if I do find out something, I do try to, like, update it. I don't really, I'm not gonna go back and necessarily update the episode, especially because I wasn't, like, directly, like, misgendering Taco Tarantino, but yeah, I mean, just a disclaimer, unfortunately, sometimes I might accidentally misgender or I don't know what you call it, like, say the wrong sexuality of a person, just because I might not know, or maybe they've said it before and then they just maybe there's an update to it and I might not be aware of it at the time when I'm recording. And again, that's people's personal business. Like, some people are very public about it, some people aren't, and so I don't want to, like, force information on some people. But I know some people too, when they tune in here, they want to know, like, the gender of the person you're talking about. They want the representation information. So I think that's important too. If people are looking for representation, and I'm, like, reviewing people's content and stuff like that, sometimes people might be looking for, like, non-binary, people who are out there, like, providing content and all sorts of stuff like that. So I mean, I look for them too. I purposely look for certain specific people that I can kind of, like, talk about their content, because I think people might like it, you know? Like, everybody has their different tastes. Not everybody has the time to be, like, going through, like, every single person out there. And I feel like it's just easy to be like, yeah, this person has good content. Like, if you're into this specific type of thing, then go on and check it out. So, on that note, we're continuing in that direction. Today I was wanting to talk about Rita Brent. So I heard about her through Ashley Gavin's podcast. The latest upload on the Having Gay Sex podcast by Ashley Gavin. You can check out Ashley Gavin's YouTube channel for the episodes, and I think she has episodes elsewhere too, and she also has a Patreon. I think it's like $1 a month or something. And then so Rita Brent was the guest this week, and you know, she's a comedian, lesbian, black, I don't know if she identifies as black or African American, but lesbian, black, female with a partner that's a female, and she's from Mississippi. She, in addition to being a comedian, she writes. So she writes as far as like comedy and music. As far as I know, it's comedy and music. I don't know what else specifically. I'm newly introduced to her through Ashley Gavin's podcast that I listened to today. And you know, she writes for Cedric the Entertainer. For people who might not know, he's a big name in comedy and black comedy on even on like BET and that comedy channel on TV. And way back when I was younger, when I used to watch BET more with my brother, like we would always watch BET, and they had this comedy show on there. It was like, I'm totally blanking on the name. It wasn't Showtime at the Apollo. It was like some other show. Comedy is like BET comedy or something. I don't remember the name. But that's how I knew about Cedric the Entertainer, and then he's in a lot of movies and things too. Rita Brent writes some music. I was checking out her song, Ho Daddy. It was really funny. So it's kind of like there's comedy in the music, there's comedy in her writing. Like she was mentioning, she writes for Cedric the Entertainer. And then Mississippi blues type music. It's kind of cool sounding. I like it. It's got some comedy flair to it as well. She's got a really good voice. She's a singer, and sounds really good. So yeah, I mean, she's really funny, really interesting. I'd recommend checking her out. She's got a lot of stuff on YouTube. Let me see. If you just look up ritabrentcomedy.com, she's got a lot of content. Comedy Central, that's the channel I was thinking of on television. So Comedy Central, she's got a lot on there. And Rita Brent Comedy is her YouTube channel. So basically, if you just look up ritabrentcomedy.com, she's got a lot of her content on there, and I would say definitely worth checking out. Very interesting, very entertaining, very funny. You know, laughter, comedy, I find it to be, you know, it has very medicinal properties. You know, sometimes, you know, when I'm just kind of like sitting around, that I'm just like just kind of not even really in a bum mood, but just kind of like maybe not feeling my absolute best. I've noticed that when I kind of you know, look at some comedy content and have something funny that I listen to, it's pretty great and it's pretty fun. So yeah, I'd recommend, you know, checking out some of Rita Brent's content. See what you think about it. It's funny if you need a laugh. It's probably mature for audiences under 18, but you know, a lot of comedies kind of like that. And I really find a lot of like lesbian content creators to be just kind of very, they have a lot of very admirable qualities. Like, it's kind of interesting to hear them talk. A lot of times they're like, pretty much all the ones I've mentioned on here, they have a lot of they're just very true to themselves. They're very expressive with their art forms, and very motivational too, to see people that are younger people, like in their 30s. I think she says she's 33 or something like that, like 33, and she's got a whole business where she can support herself and her wife. She's got a whole brand, and I really find that admirable. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with my throat today, guys. But yeah, I find that really admirable, that, to see a lot of, young lesbian creative people who are writing music and doing comedy and writing for really famous people, and, choosing to live in the cities where they stay, like in Mississippi or wherever they're at. And, they're not all places are easy to live at, right? Like, I mean, I'm in LA right now, and I'm, gonna move back to San Diego, and, living in Southern California is, I mean, not easy for every single person, but I mean, like, it doesn't have the reputation that a lot of places have for, like, difficulty with, like, prejudice with gender and sexuality and race and that kind of thing. Like, yes, the prejudice is there. It's not invisible. It's not erased or gone, but it's like, it's not common that you hear it's not like you walk out your door and you're getting discriminated against, like, every second of every day. Like, there is a sense of, like, community safety. You can kind of find people like you, or find the type of people that you vibe well with and interact together. So I wanted to kind of put some content out about, this artistic lesbian female individual, this black lesbian artistic female individual, and just kind of put the information out there that, I think she's got some cool content worth checking out. If you need to laugh, if you need a smile, if you need something silly and not too serious in your day. And of course, YouTube's free. The content on YouTube is free, so that's always a cool place to start checking things out, is go on to YouTube and see what's what. And it's a good time. But yeah, for now, it's just a shorty for now. Hopefully this is valuable for people to hear, and if you check out her stuff, hopefully you like it. And yeah, I'll post some of the links in the description so it's easier to find. But yeah, thanks for listening.